Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Garuda Linux and we will have our first thought about it. My name is Mohammad Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So let's get started. Garuda is an Arch-based Linux distribution from India. It started in 2010 and it comes with a number of options in terms of desktop environments. Garuda Linux is a rolling release distro based on Arch Linux, which ensures that user gets the latest software updates, and it is focused on providing the user with the performance. If we talk about the desktop environments, we have number of desktop environments in Garuda. For example, KDE. It offers a dark theme with immersive plasma background and it is almost similar to Mac in terms of workflow, and app menus are backed on the top bar. Then we have XFCE. It's a lightweight environment for Unix-like operating system. Main focus of the developers regarding this environment was to be light on the system resources and fast in terms of performance, along with appealing and friendly environment visually. Then we have Garuda Linux Genome. Genome is as usual focused on ease of use as many other Linux distro who follow the Genome desktop environment, and it is beautiful environment to work with. LXQT. It's another version for desktop environment and that is also very light and focuses on the performance aspect, and along with that it's very light and have modern look and feel. If we talk about Qtile desktop environment, it is a dynamic extensible Windows manager and it is very easy to customize and promises the low consumption of resources. And we have a lot of other flavors as well. So in total, we have almost 12 flavors which comes in desktop environment in terms of Garuda Linux. At the end, as you can see, we have advanced users only. Means for advanced users, we have Garuda Linux bare bones. In this desktop environment, it comes only with the necessary packages. Means those packages which are necessary and needed to get started with Garuda. But as they say, they do not provide any support for this edition. So it means you are on your own and you must go for this edition if you are really good pro with Linux distribution, especially with Garuda. Now let's talk about the system requirements which are needed for installing the Garuda Linux distribution. So here we have minimum requirements which are 30 GB of storage space, 4 GB of RAM, 64-bit system. But the recommended requirements are 40 GB of storage space, 8 GB of RAM, video card with OpenGL 3.3 or better. It doesn't mean that our system will not work on minimum requirement, but for the smoother experience, we should go with the recommended requirements. If we talk about some of the features of Garuda Linux distribution, it has rolling release, means we get system updates time to time, and we do not have to install a newer version of the distro to get the latest system updates and patches. So rolling releases are supported by Garuda Linux distribution, and some users likes rolling releases as compared to having new version of the system as a whole. Then Garuda Linux is a free distro and ease of use is one of its feature. Means it's very easy for a new beginner or a new user to use a Linux distribution. Let's see how to download and install Garuda Linux distribution. For that purpose, we will come to official website of Garuda Linux, and from here we will select our desktop environment. So in our case, we are going with Linux Genome. For that purpose, I'll come here, click on this, and from here I have different resources from where I can download my operating system or my image. For that purpose, I'll click on it. I'm going to download it from SourceForge. I'll click on it, a new page will open. Now from here, our system will get downloaded. So here it says start download. So I'm not going to download it because I have already downloaded it. So I'll cancel it. Installation of Garuda is very simple and it is as similar to any distribution which we install on our virtual machines or our system. So in case we are installing it on our virtual machine, for that purpose, I will create new virtual machine here and I will name it Garuda Linux. I'll select my type, which is Linux obviously. Then I'll select my directory. I will leave it as it is. Then I will click next. From here, I will select my RAM, which I'm going to dedicate to this virtual machine. In my case, I have selected 5220 MBs. Then I will click on next. Then I will click on create. And then I will click on yes, I want to have VirtualBox disk image. Then I will click on next. Here we have two choices, dynamic and fixed allocations. I'll go with dynamic as I do not know how much amount of data and software I'm going to have in the future. And for that purpose, dynamic allocation would be good. From here, I'll click on next, and here it is asking me about the space. So I'll give it space. So in my case, I'm going to give it like nearly 40 GB. In my case, it is 42.64 GB. From here, I'll click on create. Now, from here, I'll right click on it and I'll go to its settings. From settings, I'll go to storage. From storage, I will select my image. And here it is my ISO file. So I'll click on it, Garuda Genome Linux. In case it doesn't appear here, click on choose on disk file. Go to the directory where you have downloaded Garuda Genome Linux. From there, double click on it and it will take this file on its own. From here, click on OK. After that, just click on your newly created environment and from here, click on start. What it will do, it will start to install your Garuda Linux on your virtual machine. And rest of the steps are as similar as any other operating system or any other Linux distribution. I have already installed it. So let's get back to our Garuda Linux and see its features and functionalities, and let's see how it works and what features it offers. So first of all, when we are done with installing Garuda Linux, we will have this window as default on our desktop. It says we have Garuda Assistants, Garuda Setting Manager, Garuda Gamer. We have different other options like Network Assistant. From here we can have Bluetooth option, Internet option, Wi-Fi option, and different options related to networking. Then we have some extra options, Partition Manager, Quick Access, Add Remove Software. Then we have Shroud, which in other words is like terminal. Then we have System Cleaner. Then we have Restore Snapshot. I will talk about them one by one in details later in this video. So stay with me. So first of all, let's talk about File Manager. So here you can see that it is a very pleasing to the eyes and very modernized desktop environment. Here we have different folders just like any other Linux distribution. We have desktop, document, downloads, music, pictures, and other files and other directories. And this is similar to any other distribution of Linux, but it has more attractiveness to it. The rest of the options are almost same and it works just like any other Linux distribution. Just like any other Linux distribution, Garuda have add remove directory. And for that purpose, click on activities and from there click on applications. If you know the place of it, just go there. And in case if you don't, just write add remove and here it is. As you can see, just click on it and a new window will open for you for installing or updating your Garuda Linux. In my case, I have no package which is needed to be installed at the moment. But in case if I click on install, here you can see that I have installed these many packages in my system already. Or in case if I want to check what are the updates which are needed for my systems or which are available for my system to be installed, I'll click on updates and here it will start checking for the updates in my system. So here you can see that it is checking for the updates. So here you can see that it has shown me the updates which are needed to be installed or which I should install in my Garuda Linux distribution. So I'll leave it here and I will do it at the later. But let's get back to our browse windows. Here we have option to search for the software or packages. So here in case if I want to install VLC media player, I will just write VLC and here is the option which is in front of me. So here I can download it and it will get installed itself. Here you can see that it has started the process, and after that it will start downloading VLC Media Player. In my add remove software window, I have an option which says repositories. If I click on it, here it says community. So in communities, as you can see that I have different communities which I can access from here. For example, I have Android tools community, which says Android platform tools. Just like that, I have many other communities which are installed in my system or which are available in my Garuda Linux distribution, which means that I have the access to these communities on just one click. So this is a very useful feature in Garuda Linux distribution. Now, extensions. In Garuda Linux distribution, we have a whole separated sections for extension. As here you can see that we have different options which we can use, or we have different extensions which we can install or add into our Garuda Linux distribution. So already I have installed or added 2 extensions which are launch new instances and native Windows placement. So if I go down, here we have user theme which is already been added into my Garuda Linux distribution, and we have furthermore options here. So from here we can download, or you can say we can add extensions into our systems. So if we go into about extensions, so here you can see that it says manage your genome extension, means as we are into our genome environment, so we have extensions which are supported by genome as well. So that's it with respect to extension. Now let's head to another feature of Garuda Linux distribution. Let's talk about terminal in Garuda Linux distribution. So when you open your terminal, it will look something like this, which is very something new or very pleasing to the eyes or very fun thing in some perspective. So here you can see that it is telling me about the memory which has been used from total memory. So it says 53% of the memory have been used. So here it says the resolution, terminal, and it is telling me about the packages. It says Pacman. For installing the new software or packages, it uses the Pacman manager. Then we have operating system which says Garuda Linux x86_64. Then it is telling me about the kernel. If you want to have a detailed information about your memory, just write here free and then -h. What it will do, it will tell me about the total memory available, what was my total memory and how much has been used and how much is been free. For example, I had 4.6 of gigabytes, from which 1.4 have been used, and from there 1.6 have been shared with different system resources. And at the end, I have total of 1.3 gigabytes of memory which I can use for my different purposes or for my different operations in my Garuda Linux distribution. If I write here ls and I hit enter, here you can see that I have all the repositories or all the folders which are available in my default directory. So as you can see that there are different color combination in my terminal as well. In other Linux distribution, we did not had that concept of colors in terminal. We had only few colors which were there in other Linux distribution, but in Garuda Linux distribution, as you can see that we have number of colors which are making use of terminal a little more fun. So we can say that it is a bit of plus point with Garuda Linux distribution. If we search for the disk in our Garuda Linux distribution, here it is, just click on it. What it will do, it will show you the disk or the memory which has been divided into your disk phase by phase or part by part. Here you can see that it is saying that 42 GB of hard disk, means when I created my virtual machine, I dedicated 42 GB for this. And here you can see that it is showing me the exact number. And further down, it is showing me the distribution of different memory sizes and telling me where this has been used. And it says auto clear option. In case I have some files which are unnecessary or which are not needed in my system and I have this option on, what it will do, it will auto clear those files as well. So this is a very cool feature in Garuda Linux distribution which was not available in many of the other Linux distribution. One thing is very different here. In other Linux distribution, we had Firefox as default browser. But in Garuda Linux distribution, we have LibreWolf. If we click on it, and here it is. It will just work like Mozilla Firefox, but they have named it to LibreWolf. As you can see that here it says getting started. But as you can see that it has a logo of Mozilla Firefox. If we just click on it, and here it says www.mozilla.org, means they have support of Mozilla Firefox. And from here, this is its default window or default environment. So from here we have different options. So that's one for a change. In other Linux distribution, we had Mozilla Firefox as default, or it was named as Mozilla Firefox, but in Garuda Linux distribution, they have named it to LibreWolf. But it has support available for Firefox as well. Now, let's talk about Garuda Gamer. Garuda Linux distribution has a whole lot of section just for the gamers. Means earlier, for example, in Manjaro or in Pop OS, we had to go to a software repository from where we used to download or remove our software. And from the same place, we had to look for our packages or software related to gaming. But in Garuda Linux distribution, we had separate section for gamer. Here you can see that it says Garuda Gamer. And from here, you have Steam, which is runtime and native as well. Then we have Mini Galaxy, then we have Lutris, then we have Play It. So these are all related to launchers. Means you just have to download it or install any of the launcher from it and start playing your games. Then we have Vines here. Then under it we have tools. We have different tools available for gamers as well. That was not the case in any other Linux distribution. If they were available with rest of the system software and packages. But in Garuda Linux distribution, as you can see that they have a whole lot of separated or distributed section for just gamer. So how cool is that for the gamer to just come here and look for their related information or related software or related tool or related Vine or related environment launcher, just download it, install it and start playing your game. So that is a very plus point with Garuda Linux distribution, as they have separated the concern related to gaming for gamers. Let's talk about Garuda Setting Manager. Here in Garuda, we have two types of setting. One is Garuda Setting Manager and other is just settings. We will talk about that other settings later in this video. Let's talk about Garuda Setting Manager. So we have two separate sections. One is related to hardware and other is related to system. In hardware, we have hardware configuration, we have information or settings related to our kernel. Then we have language packages, means we can change our language anytime. For example, if I'm following English here and I want to change my language to Chinese or Canadian English or UK English, I can change from that. Then I have settings related to systems, means I want to change my account, or in my account I want to change my password or my username and something like that. So here is the information about all of my user account. So if I go back and click on time and date, so from here we can change time and date as well. We can change our time zone. So these are some of the settings related to Garuda Setting Manager. So now let's talk about the other settings which I was talking about earlier. For that purpose, just right click on your screen and from here click on settings. These settings are all about your front end, means those settings which will affect your front end most of the time. For example, here I have background. For now I have only just one background available. In case if I want to have more than one background, I have to update my system and eventually it will have more pictures available from where I can choose a picture for my background. Then I have my Bluetooth option, then I have my notifications here. Then if we go down, then we have displays option here, and from here I can have different resolution with respect to my screen. So from here I have my orientation. So most of the time, or if you say the feasible one is always the landscape one. So I will leave it as it is. Down here, we have about section. If we click on it, here it tells all the information about the system at the moment. So here we have a lot other options as well. At the end, let's talk about another really cool feature of Garuda Linux distribution, and that is time shift. Just write here time shift and it will show you this option. Just click on it. Well, time shift is used for keeping the last update for you as it allows 5 snapshots to be held here. For example, if an update was published and it was a problematic, means you were working on something and there was a new release or new rolling release which got installed in your system, it has affected your work progress or your work environment. So what do you want to do now? You want to have the last Linux distribution which you were working on. So for that purpose, you have Timeshift here. In Timeshift, you will have 5 snapshots, means you have 5 earlier version of your Garuda Linux distribution, and from there you can choose anyone and you can start working on your work again as you were working earlier. So how cool is that? This option was not available in most of the earlier Linux distribution. Now in Garuda Linux distribution, this option is available. So at the end, we can say that Garuda Linux distribution is a way better in terms of experience, usability, and ease of use. So that's it for this video. I hope we have the better idea about Garuda Linux distribution, how it works, what are its dependencies, what are its requirements for installing it, from where we can download it, how many types of flavor in terms of desktop environments we have, and what are the differences between each flavor related to desktop environment. So that's it for this video. Please subscribe to our channel and give a big thumbs up to this video, and we will see you in another video very soon.